Welcome to my kitchen. This is my first attempt at any kind of instructional video. I'm going to make homemade mac and cheese with chicken and bacon. Alright, get yourself a large pot of water on the stove. Turn it on to boil. We'll add our pasta in a little while. I'm going to move over and get the chicken cooking. I got to pre-cook the chicken and pre-cook the bacon. Alright, so you're going to take your bacon, split it down lengthwise down the middle, and cut it into approximately 1-inch square pieces. Then we'll throw it in the frying pan in a second. Alright, bacon's in the frying pan. I guess I should have preheated it, but bacon, it doesn't matter. So we're going to cook the bacon until it's just shy of crispy. Alright, you can probably hear the bacon sizzling in the frying pan right now. Before I ever got to the bacon and setting up the water to boil, I cut up my chicken breasts, so that'll just give you an idea of the size of the chicken breast. It's about 3/4 of an inch to an inch. I did 2 chicken breasts, but they're large ones from Safeway. You buy bulk chicken at Safeway and they're like 2 pounds per breast. So anyway, I took 2 breasts, cubed them up to 3/4 of an inch to an inch. I'll throw them in the frying pan and cook them in the bacon grease as soon as the bacon is done and I've removed it from the pan. I'm also going to get my stuff ready for my roux to make my cheese sauce. Alright, for my cheese sauce, well, I'm going to get one of these little dishes. I don't know, there's some fancy name for it. Some fancy name for it. What's that thing called? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to put 4 tablespoons of flour in it, 2 teaspoons of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, and half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Yeah, I said 2 teaspoons of salt. I actually meant 1 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and I'm going to cut down on the garlic powder a little bit, and I'll go 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. Also need 4 tablespoons of butter for the roux, and there's my secret ingredient for my cheese sauce, cream of chicken soup, and then I'll also have 1.5 to 2 cups of shredded cheddar. Bacon's starting to look good. A couple more minutes, it'll be just perfect. I'll pull it out like I said, and then I'll cook the chicken breast in this bacon grease, give it some awesome flavor. Alright, bacon's good, so I'm going to pull it out of the frying pan now. Alright, bacon's out of the frying pan, letting the grease soak into the paper towels. Left a bunch of the grease in the frying pan because you got to have flavor for the chicken. So there's the chicken breast in there. Alright, perfect. Alright, chicken looks to be about done, so I'm going to take the bacon that's been drained sufficiently, throw it in there. I'm only doing that to keep it warm, so we'll stir it in and then we'll add it to the cooked noodles once they're done in a little while. So let's see if my water's boiling yet. Not quite boiling, but really close. You can see those bubbles getting ready on the bottom, so we'll give it another minute or so, then we'll add the noodles. Alright, water's boiling, so we're going to throw our mac noodles in there. We'll cook them for, I don't know, 7 or 8 minutes. I'm going to add a little bit extra noodles because we got people coming over for dinner, so a little bit of extra noodles in there. Cook them, like I said, 7 or 8 minutes, and then I'll assemble everything. Alright, while the noodles are boiling, I thought I'd get going on the sauce. So there's 4 tablespoons of butter that's in there. I'm going to heat it till it's all melted. Then I'll add the flour, salt, pepper, and garlic mix. Alright, butter's melted, so now we do the aforementioned flour, salt, pepper, and garlic powder. We're going to stir that around in the melted butter. What we want to do is create a bubbly, it's called a roux. Some people don't like using roux for their sauces, some people do. I think it's a very simple way to do it, and it makes a really good sauce. So as that's getting ready to bubble and heat through and get smooth, I'm going to go grab 2 cups of milk. Alright, that's plenty hot and smoothed out, so I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to add 2 cups of milk to this mixture. We're going to stir that every once in a while. We want it to thicken up. That'll take about 5 minutes. So, okay, the roux is starting to thicken up a little bit, but while it's thickening up, our noodles are done, so I'm going to go strain those. Alright, noodles are strained. I'm going to add the chicken and bacon mixture to it right now. Alright, chicken and bacon is all added to the noodles. I'll stir that in a little bit, just mix it up. And then once the sauce is done, I will pour it on top. Alright, the sauce is sufficiently thickened, so now I'm going to shove that out of the way and add the cheddar. Everything's better with cheddar. So let's get the whisk out of the way. It calls for a half a cup of cheddar for each portion of sauce. I'm making a double. I'm not really measuring the cheese, but that doesn't matter. So now we're going to stir this in. Calls for us to turn off the element at this point. Let the cheese melt, then I'll add the secret ingredient. Alright, there's the secret ingredient added to the pot. So all it is cream and chicken soup. We'll stir that in. Once it's stirred in, we will add it to the noodles and chicken and bacon. Stir it up. So give me 1 second. Alright, that's blended pretty good. Alright, there's the creamy cheesy sauce. Pour it on top of the mac and chicken and bacon. Now I'd love to keep videoing as I stir this in, but that would require 3 hands. So, alright, there it is, all stirred together and whatnot. Now you could serve it just like this, but I like to put it in a casserole dish and bake it for an hour at about 350 degrees. Alright, so now I'm going to grab a couple of casserole dishes out of the cupboard. I like to coat them with butter, smear the butter around, and normally no, excuse me, too many samples. Normally I have a breadcrumb mixture that I sprinkle on the top, but, well, I looked in the cupboard and ain't got none, so we're going to do the easy version of it. I'll put it in the casserole dish, cover it with foil, cook it for 350 degrees for 1 hour. Alright, so there we are. 2 casserole dishes full of homemade macaroni and cheese with chicken and bacon. I don't know if I'll show a video of us pulling them out of the oven, but that's how easy it is to make. So once again, cover it with foil, bake it in the oven at 350 degrees for 45 minutes to an hour, and then serve it and eat it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy it.